True confessions. This is my 5th try at this. I am not good at filming myself. Hey guys, I am Coach Toni. I primarily coach 5 a.m., 6 a.m. on Wednesday, Fridays, and I also help run and support the nutrition program at CrossFit Treecore. So if you see any emails from nutrition coaching, this is the face behind the name. All right, so I got into CrossFit by happenstance because I started dating a CrossFit coach. My history of my athletics goes back to swimming. So that's my root. That's everything I've known. I did dabble with Olympic lifting a little bit when I was a swimmer in high school. And then just like circuit trainings as far as dry land goes collegiately. But really just a swimmer through and through. I swam all 4 years at the Naval Academy and it was awesome. Had some amazing experiences. Got to travel all over the country and compete, not just for my college, but really for the Navy. And that was awesome. This past year, I got to compete at the World Military Games in Wuhan, China. And that was just such a cool experience. It was like a little mini Olympics for us folks that aren't actually ever good enough to go to the Olympics. And so that's where my background is. It's in swimming, really. I commissioned into the Marine Corps, which is why if you ever see me, I don't quite look like a Navy folk. I wear a slightly different color uniform. And I'm an aircraft maintenance officer. So when I was down at my MOS school in Pensacola, I started getting into triathlons. I've done half Ironmans, Olympic distance. I'm actually training for an Ironman right now. But I kind of found that triathlons weren't going to be my sport now that swimming was over. I like them. I like training for them, but I'm not very good at them. And then after I did a couple of those in Pensacola, I started getting into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I actually loved Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I loved the people. I loved the environment. I thought it was super fun. I did a bunch of Nagas, but then I moved to North Carolina, and there weren't really any good gyms at my small duty station in Havelock. And that's when I started getting into CrossFit. So, got into CrossFit. And I remember the first time I ever walked into a CrossFit box, I kind of had this moment where I realized I think I've picked the wrong sport my entire life, because I finally found a place where I felt really comfortable with my body type. Even as a great swimmer, I didn't fit the norm. I was way too short and way too heavy. I remember going to swim meets like senior state and nationals, and I was next to these amazing swimmers, and they were like 6'1" females. And I just remember one picture in particular. My mom was trying to get a picture of me next to a very famous 50 freestyler, an old school 50 freestyle, Amanda Weir. And she couldn't put both of us in the frame because she was that much taller than me. And it was really embarrassing. But anyways, I walked into a CrossFit box, and it was just this moment where I realized this is my community. This is the family I belong in. These are people with the same mindset and goals and training mentalities that I have. And I just fell completely in love with the idea of it, the sport of it. And I competed kind of seriously for a few years until I moved up here, and then I wanted a break. I wanted to really make a transition from athlete to coach. I did start coaching a long time ago, though. So I got my certification in 2015 back at my old gym. And that was really unique for me because that was something I never did as a swimmer. I had never, ever had any interest in being a coach. I only ever wanted to be an athlete as a swimmer. And now I've found that I actually really, really, really prefer to be a coach than an athlete, because it's great when you feel accomplishments for yourself. You hit a new PR, you do all these things. But when you get to watch someone else do it and know that you played a role in that, it's 100,000 times more satisfying. And it's one of my favorite things to do. I love technique. I love dialing in efficiencies. I love the art and science behind it all. So that's a little bit about me and coaching. Let me see. I'm taking a peek at anything. So I started at Treecore about a year and some change ago, last October, and it's been awesome. Treecore is one of the best gyms I've ever been to, and I've dropped into a lot of boxes in a lot of different countries, a lot of different states. And Shannon and the team that she has here is honestly next to none. I'm excited every single day to be part of this amazing team, and I'm just grateful for all the opportunities that I've been given at CrossFit Treecore. The last question is, so I suck at social media, as you guys might have been able to tell at the beginning of this, but my big role really is to coach. I'm kind of starting to dabble a little bit in some more personal training, which has been awesome. And nutrition. I got a humongous heart for nutrition. I'm actually working on a master's in clinical human nutrition and hoping to become a certified nutritional specialist after that. So I love to nerd out on it, and bring me your questions. And we also have that awesome InBody machine, so feel free to reach out should you want to do an InBody scan and start a nutrition journey with me. If not, I'll see you at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. Thanks, Treecore.